Welcome to In Session. My name's Mitch Colapinto, and we have an incredible guest with us tonight, the one and only Matt Archbold. What's up, Matt?
All right, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Stoked to have you in.
Thanks for having me.
We were just talking before the show started about you were surfing T Street the other day, and I surf with you a lot, and I know that you're fun, you're friendly, you're laid back, but some guy was flipping you off. What was that all about?
Some grom with no respect, That's how it is these days. There's a lot of kids out there that, don't know the pecking order or just, they just don't respect their elders, or I don't know. It's something's got to happen to it. So.
Yeah, we have a photo right here of it right here. This is at T Street.
Classic.
But little did the kid know who he was flipping off, right?
Yeah, what a dork. No, just kidding. He's probably just having a bad day.
Yeah. Well, God, we've been. I see you out in the water, and you're ripping harder than ever, and it's pretty inspiring. I know you've had this incredible career with surfing over the years, and have done a lot of great things. But I'd first just like to know how you're still surfing so well, and what's your secret to staying healthy?
Yeah. Well, I just stay in the water as much as possible. I'm not. It's not. Everybody does their own little things. I don't drink or smoke or do anything, so I just that helps. I feel like I should have done that. I should have quit that like a long time ago, but I feel like I'm in my 20s again. So I got a clear head, and just I think mainly is just the more time in the water, the healthier you feel.
Yeah,
it's got lithium in there.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Wow, that's great. So when did you stop drinking and smoking and get all healthy?
Well, I quit drinking like about almost 5 years ago, but other than that, I haven't done anything else in 20 years or something. But
yeah,
but just beers will slow you down for me personally.
Yeah.
But so I feel good. I'm on a good straight and narrow.
And you're probably in the 50s now, right?
Yeah, 51. I'll be 52 pretty soon here.
Wow. Wow. And so who are you surfing with now? Are you still surfing with some of your peers from back then?
Not
50 Club? No?
No, a couple. Not really. I'm trying to think offhand who.
Dino, maybe?
I surfed with Dino the other morning at the pier.
Uh-huh.
I donned it. It's pretty early, and I just got my suit on. All of a sudden, Dino pulls up. I hear him, and I was like, look, Dino's parking across the street, and I go, whoa, you going now? He's all, yeah. I go, where at? He goes, wherever you are.
Yes.
So we went surfing together. We just kind of, every once in a while, run into each other, and we go surfing. It's so killer, because we used to surf so much together, like every single day.
At the pier, too, right?
The pier, T Street, wherever, back in the day, uppers, and wherever. And then we used to take, little drives at wherever. He always had a car. I never did.
Well, and so, I mean, a lot of people don't realize that the pier was really the spot back in the 80s. And do you have a story from the pier? Like, I mean, there was a lot that went down there, and I know that's where everyone surfed. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Pier stories?
There's a lot of pier stories. I'd have to. We'll come back to that one. I'll think of one while we're talking.
A lot of parents wouldn't let their kids go down to the pier.
Yeah, I know. Well, God, when I first started to go down there, it was like the pier bowl. It was, everybody was just. It was gnarly. There was a lot of kind of bikers down there. There's a lot of military guys. There's a lot of people getting drunk down there. And I mean, even now you go down. Like when I was surfing the other morning, I'd walk by this guy was sleeping on the sidewalk in a sleeping bag. It was so sad, but I was like, poor guy, But just you could pick somewhere better to lay your head,
Yeah, the homeless deal is real, huh?
Yeah, it's I don't want to bring that up, but it was just kind of a bummer, But it used to be like that way back in the day, but they weren't homeless. They were just getting party from the night before and passed out on the curb somewhere.
And like you said, the Marines were a big presence here in the 80s, right?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Even in the 70s, 80s. It was in the 70s. They had up Victoria. They had and you said Bank of America now and Starbucks, but that whole big building was a Greyhound station.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I used to go up there and play video games, and it was that's where the military came. They bust them in and out.
Yeah.
So they were coming from all who knows where.
I forgot about it. They were coming from all over the country. They were coming here and then going to Pendleton.
Yeah, and across the street was the Red Fox, so they'd get all drunk there. You know, all the. So that was gnarly. You'd walk by the Red Fox back then, and we tried to look around the curtain, but it was like, you didn't even want to kind of steer clear, way clear of that when you're a kid. It was nuts.
And so let's see. So you were hanging with Dino and doing that.
Yeah.
Now, did you guys compete together too, like back in the day?
Yep.
Were you guys? Let's see. He's maybe. Are you guys the same age? He might be a year or two older.
He's like 6 months older.
Oh, 6 months. So
Maybe.
like right there. So
right, roughly less than a year.
And so how did that work? When did you guys first meet each other and growing up?
You know, he was actually friends with my brother first, and then my brother Brian.
Yeah.
And then I think I met maybe Dino through him. I don't know. He was just Dino was he was funny. That's all he did was surf and we'd just walk up and down. He was he surfed like State Park, the pier, and like Uppers, all through that area. He would just walk around and just surf and just do his thing. And I don't know. I never saw him at school or anything. I think he was just surfing, and he's just Dino. You know, he's always been the same. I'm just stoked to see him where he's at today. You know, he's done so well, and he's always been a really good friend. He's helped me out in the past. He's got a good heart, and I don't know. I love the guy. He's a cool dude.
He is amazing. Everyone loves him. Yeah. Like I was telling you, Crosby and Griffin have gotten a lot of great advice from him, and he takes all the kids under his wing down there. It's really cool. Like he's not afraid to help people out.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
What was he like to compete against?
He was a competitor, man. He was gnarly. He paddled fast too.
Yeah.
And he's ruthless, you know.
Was he really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's gnarly. And
no priority back then.
No, he battle and just. I didn't like really surfing against him, and he was super aggressive, you know. And he had the luck there, you know. There's people that were the waves always come to him. Mm-hmm. Just sit in that spot. He knew the spot. It would always. The good waves would always come to him, or he waited, or he just maybe time. You know, he sat there and timed sets probably. I don't know, but he was always thinking about it. And so, like I'm the opposite. I just go out and go surf and don't even think about a strategy or anything.
So when you guys were competing, do you think that he beat you more than you beat him, was there any like one particular like big event that you can remember that stands out? I know it was a long time ago.
Yeah, no. I think his probably beat me more than I beat him. Yeah, yeah, because he was a good competitor, and it shows with what he's done with brother. You know.
Oh yeah. And he's very technical about the boards.
Yeah,
I watch those
picky.
Guys. He'll pick up 20 boards and be like, "Yep, nope, yep, nope."
Yeah.
He's pretty in tune, right?
Yeah, he's always been like that. Again, like that's the opposite of me. I just grab a board and go. But
you're kind of raw then. You just grab the board. You don't think about it. You go surf.
Just go surf
and there it is.
Feel it out. Yeah. Well, I had Timmy making my board, so I'm like.
Timmy is.
I know. I didn't really have to think about it. He just did my thinking for me on the shaping part.
And so you're still riding Timmy boards, and Timmy has the world champ riding his boards.
Yeah, he does. He's got a lot of people riding his boards, but I think everybody should try a Timmy before they die.
Oh yeah. So that's good. I'm happy for him that he's doing well. And do you have any models that Timmy's making?
Or
models that like your model type of thing?
Built for speed model. Yep. From Timmy Patterson, and then we're working on another one right now. He said he wanted to do a newer model. We just haven't got together to because the board sales are so gnarly right now that they can't even find enough glassers to go down there and glass. They can't. They're like back orders or.
COVID. Everyone's going surfing, right?
Permanent vacation.
Yeah.
There's so many people in the water. I've never seen like T Street. Go down there and there's 100 guys out and people I've never even seen before.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked for it, but it's like on the other end, like move down the beach a little bit because it doesn't really matter. When you're learning, it's like you don't need to be right there in front of everybody.
You just gotta tell them too. I don't have any problem surfing lowers and saying, you know what, you're going to do really well over there.
Yeah.
That spot with that soft board, you're going to do really well over there.
Yeah.
And let me help you out, right?
Yeah. Just get them going. I do that for people, when they're learning. I give them a little tip or here and there, but
Well, you're always really friendly in the water and super stoked, and like it's nice. I think it's important, a guy like you, to be a good role model too, because these kids, you know, my boys see you and they
Uh,
see the Godauskas brothers and they look up to you and they're able to have a role model of like what you should be like in the water.
yeah. Well, that's important. I mean, I always say it's like whoever's having the most fun wins. You know,
Yeah.
it's just. I mean, and everybody's so serious out there. It seems like they're just like I like to talk it up and hoot at my friends. You know, and like people just put a smile on your face and go. It makes you surf better too.
If you're having fun, yeah. If
Yeah.
you're laughing and you're having
When
fun.
you're all angry and like so competitive, it just takes. Why you started surfing? I started surfing and I still surf because I love it. You know,
That's why you're
that's
still
my go-to.
surfing,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And I mean that's I think the key to it. You know.
Yeah. So when you were surfing as a kid, and then when were you first sponsored, and when did that whole thing start to take off?
Jeez, well, I started surfing a little late when I was 11,
Okay.
and then my first sponsor was my cousin Vic Goddard made surfboards.
Oh, Vic, yeah.
And he had Village surfboards, and so he made me my first custom board, little twin fin,
Oh.
and he made me a few. He made me, I think, for like a year or something, and then Hobie came and got me.
Oh, okay.
And so I started getting Terry Martin.
Oh, Terry was the man,
he
huh?
is so good.
Yeah.
And then,
What year was that? Was that in the
yeah,
80s?
that was in the. Jeez, that's good. 78. Is that? Yeah, see that picture.
Oh, yeah.
That's on a Hobie.
Oh, that's a Hobie right there.
Yeah. That
Nice.
was my other cousin Rick, his brother, is a photographer, so he'd be shooting the photos. So that's my in there.
Wow.
And so I was getting all sorts of footage from Rick.
Yeah.
So he was a big part of my bringing me up because he was shot for Surfer magazine, and then he started Breakout magazine, and so I was like all over the place. So it kind of just got me going. So I had to surf even better to back it up, you know.
And the magazines were kind of like the platform for
Yeah,
you at
oh
the
yeah.
time, right?
Big time.
There was no internet.
No,
There was
man.
no webcast.
Studied pictures.
It was the magazine. If you
Yeah.
made the magazine,
Yeah,
you're in. So then, but what about competition? Were you doing the NSSA?
Yeah. So at first I wasn't,
Uh-huh.
and then I started the NSSA. I forgot who got me into it, and then I did pretty good there, and then until I was about 15 or something, then I kind of had it. I was over it, and then I turned pro at 16, and then I just went on the tour from then, the ASP tour. Back then it was pretty rad because
16 on the ASP
yeah,
Pro Tour,
yeah,
the youngest kid out there.
yeah. I was the youngest kid, and it was rad because I got to be on tour with like Shane Horan. Mara was still on the tour.
Wow.
Sean Thompson, Michael Ho, Dane,
Wow.
Union Rabbit, all those old guys.
Wow.
I was like, oh my god.
Wow.
I am right.
That makes you seem old.
Yeah, man. I was just,
You're on tour with those guys?
yeah,
That's
and I was
crazy.
like cruising. I was cruising with Dane. He was like my, because I rode for Town and Country.
Oh, yeah.
Met the Town and Country, so they hooked me up with Dane, and then I just traveled with Dane. So
Wow.
that was good.
Traveling with Dane was really good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, that was the best. And then and he's such a good guy. He took me under his wing, and so that was
huge.
That's huge. And then I went to Hawaii, and then that was a good end.
Wow, what an and that was I was gonna
Thank
ask
you,
you about Hawaii too, because I know Hawaii was a big part for you. But before we go to Hawaii, can you tell us, like, okay, so you were on tour, you're 16, you're traveling with Dane. Nowadays it's hard to stay on. Were you on tour for a couple of years? Was it
Yeah,
a
I
long?
was like four straight years, and then I just wasn't feeling it. You know, I kind of just fell off it, and then what I do, I just so long. I kind of just got sidetracked for a little bit, and then I moved to Hawaii.
Oh,
I got
okay.
out of San Clemente, I moved to Hawaii. No, I came back, and then I did PSA for a while. That's what I did.
Oh yeah, and that was the local
Yeah,
competitions. Those were a lot of fun.
those were cool,
Uh-huh.
and the judging was good.
Bud Light stuff too. Is that, yeah.
It was a Bud tour.
The Bud Tour.
Yeah, and so I did that for a few years. I was doing really good. I was on my way to like winning a title there, and then again,
Who was your competition in the PSA?
there was a whole bunch. I mean, everybody was doing it back then. I mean, Dina was there. Dina was there. But
Uh-huh.
there was a whole bunch. It'd be hard to name a bunch of people right now, but It was
Did
all,
you ever have a big win that
oh,
you
yeah.
can think back on?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
was
I won
a couple of?
the cold water. I won
Oh.
Oceanside. I won a bunch.
Uh-huh.
So I was on. I think the second year I was on the way to winning like the title. I was
Oh yeah, the world title on the
on the PSA
oh,
tour.
okay, yeah.
And then I went to. Everything was going good because the judging criteria was a little bit more like different than the old school way. So they kind
Oh,
of were
yeah.
judging better on like airs and
Yeah.
like our new era of surfing style. And but then in Florida, I remember I'll never forget. I was looking up and like towards the judges, and I seen Ian Cairns up there. I was like, oh no, I'm
Oh,
screwed,
Ian
man.
Cairns.
He was, he gets ahead of these into these judges and says, here's how you have to judge.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, it was only 2 or 3 contests left, and I lost every.
Oh,
So I lost.
wow.
I think I ended up second or third in the title race on that one.
And that's really
I was so
interesting.
pissed, man.
Oh, and that's
I don't know
super
if he just
interesting.
jinxes me or what, but
Wow. And so for people don't know out there, right?
And he's-
People don't know. The judges were old school, and they were judging you one way. And then all of a sudden you guys came on and you're doing airs and you're doing this radical
like
stuff.
tails
And these
fly
judges
and, like,
didn't know
no.
how to judge it. They never seen it before. And Ian Cairns, who's coming from the old school,
Yeah.
probably couldn't relate to
No, I
what
don't.
you were doing. And
Maybe he just didn't like me. I don't know, man. But I swear, it was from the NSSA, and then in the ASP, and then he went from there to the PSA, and I'm like, I couldn't get away from the guy.
wow. Well, let's talk about that for a second, though. The whole
All right.
progression, the progression of the new surfing.
Yeah, it's
I've got a story. I showed up to San Clemente in 1982 from Malibu.
Mm.
I'll never forget. I showed up at T Street, and I was with my Malibu friends, and I looked out there, and it was you, and Dino, and a couple other guys ripping, and I had my single fin. And I turned to my buddy. I'm like, oh, these guys are aggro. Right? We all had long hair. I'm like, they're aggro, right? And then it turns out, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy what you guys are doing. So.
Yeah.
Who was a part of that new generation? Obviously, we know you were, and what was happening? What was going on?
Yeah, there was. God, it was so much going on. There was a lot because it was either at T Street or we were at like Salt Creek. It was like back and forth, and we were always shooting photos, and everybody was kind of, without saying it, like competitive.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously because.
Fletcher, Christian Fletcher, too.
Christian, Dino, the McNulty, like Terrence and Brian McNulty and Jimmy Hogan, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some names right now, but like Beshin, Shane Beshin,
Oh, yeah.
and Parsons was in.
Did you
on
say
there.
Potter too? Was Potter around?
Potts came in to stay with Jimmy Hogan when I was real young, and when he came in down, he blew everybody out of the water.
Yeah.
He's freaking. That's just another level right there. He was nuts. I mean, back then. He was like manly, just.
Oh, Chris
Oh,
Wanna.
Chris Wanna. Cole.
Yeah.
Cole was ripping, dude.
Uh-huh.
Who else?
So-
I'm sure I'm missing some.
So they were all flaring up, and now, who do they say like created the air? Is there any? Has that been a topic? I mean, I heard that you were the one that was pretty much doing the airs at first and kind of innovating it.
Before me, I think there was like this. I know it was Matt Keckley back in Florida. Matt Keckley, he was doing some airs, but they're doing more like kind of like real flat airs, not like
Oh yeah,
where you tweak it out,
going up.
Yeah,
Tail high. Were you guys were getting tail high?
Yeah, like going up like that,
Yeah.
and like kind of just like skateboarding.
Mhm.
But then Christian was he'd do more like skate kind of airs, like do ollies and the crazy stuff. And I always did airs more of like a continuation of like, say the lip was there, I would just keep going up,
Oh
and then
yeah.
try to fling it back down.
Yeah.
A lot of skate moves,
Are you a skateboarder too? Were you skating back then?
I skated a lot.
That helped out with
Yeah.
your aerial.
Yeah. It's just timing.
Yeah.
It's just but these days these guys are doing all these spin air reverses on every single wave. It kind of gets. I think they have to change it up a little bit. And get
I
back to-
agree. I agree.
It's
As a
still
matter of
boring.
fact, I think
You can
Oh, here we go. Right here. We got a. Oh, this is pretty cool. So this was a video clip of you recently, right?
Oh yeah, that was last winter in Hawaii.
And
Fun
so
little
you-
logs. The logs was good that winter. Last winter. Some logs from off the wall days. That was off the wall day right there. That was fun.
So you're still getting over to Hawaii every year and charging.
Yeah, I love it over there, man.
And you're still now. I know that you started your company, right? Archie's Garage.
Yeah, Archie's Garage. Yeah.
And are you still a part of any other surf company, like sponsorship wise, or?
Nobody. No.
Yeah.
No. I have a Finn model with Captain Finn, and then I have a model with Timmy Patterson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, Mitch is my cousin over at Captain.
Oh, really?
Mitch Absher, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that hooked me up, and then he moved to.
Where is he now? Did he move out of the state?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I mean,
He's your cousin.
I know he is, but he is,
moved
but
to,
I can't keep track of him.
Wait, where did he move to?
I knew that he moved.
I get it wrong every time.
I hope he's by
Not
the water.
Mississippi. No, he's like in. Oh, I want to say that not Arkansas, but
Wow, what's
he's
he?
way out there.
Oh.
He just couldn't. He couldn't handle it. I mean, not that he couldn't handle it. Just cheaper to live out there.
Oh, and
so.
he really got into cars,
Oh yeah.
right? I think he was into cars. You're into cars too, right?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
But he's cool. Yeah. He's like the Vans ambassador, right? Like,
He's got a good thing going
Yeah,
there.
he
Yeah, he's got a
where-
good
I
thing
can't
going there.
remember where he's at.
We'll call him.
Yeah.
call him to
yeah,
find out.
Yeah.
So we were talking
he's
about
cool.
the airs, and and then Hawaii. So, oh yeah, when did you start going to Hawaii, and what's your connection there? And I know you're close with a lot of people over there.
Yeah, I got. Like I said, when I first started, when I first went over, my mom brought me and my brother over. I think it was in '82 or '83.
Oh, you went over with your mom.
Yeah, and we just on vacation. We got to surf like V-Land. I surfed like chuns and not chuns. I surfed leftovers. Never surfed chuns back then, but I surfed leftovers, V-Land, somewhere else, and that was my first taste of it.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just went to Kauai and did a little family vacation, but it was fun. Surfed Honolulu.
How did you like competing there when you were professional surfer competing?
I
over
liked
there?
it.
Yeah.
Because I love Hawaii. Back then I was still, when I was pretty young, and I was still kind of trying to get the hang of it before I lived there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was still kind of scary, but I just took my surf. I didn't change anything, you know. A lot of people change it because it's over the reef. They think it's different, but I actually feel more comfortable over the reef than I do the sand for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just in the clear water. I just love Hawaii so much. It's like I can't get enough of it. You know,
It
you just
is.
want to surf nonstop. And I'm there like, I want to surf nonstop anywhere though, really.
Right, exactly.
I don't care if it's big or small or whatever.
Was it hard to get in there? Was it hard to get in? I know back then it was pretty tough. The
Yeah.
locals were tough. Obviously you knew Dane, so that
Yeah.
helped, right?
Yeah, Dan was. He took me under his wing and he introduced me to all the
Oh yeah,
boys. And
that's
then,
cool. That's
You know, and I just just like anywhere, you gotta have respect for the locals. You know, you can't just go out there and be a dumbass and
Yeah.
think you're gonna get all the waves. And you know, and you look at people with respect. You know, and don't, because I've seen so many people get beat up and their fins broken out. I mean, just like every session, at least a couple of guys. They just flip your board over and break your fins out. And
You're
sit
done.
in. Yeah,
You're
out.
done.
They're not even. You can't even go down the beach. You're just out.
You're done.
Or you get punched and you're out.
Oh.
And, you know, it's without even. You look at someone wrong, you're gonna get punched. And now these days, it's
Well, you can't because everyone's filming.
Yeah,
and,
I know.
You know it's
And
just,
I'm gonna sue you or whatever they're gonna do.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of bullshit, I think. But
yeah, it was good.
I wish it would go back to that because
Mhm.
it was so much better. It was so much more controlled, and I liked it a lot better back then.
Did you ever break out anyone's fins?
No, man. Yeah,
You never had your fins broken out, right?
No.
You're so humble and mellow in
Yeah.
the water, so.
You gotta be. I mean,
Uh-huh.
earn your respect that way. I feel.
Yeah, you're a humble, mellow person. I like that. We've got some more photos. We got some. This is a pretty cool mag shot. Tell us about that.
I remember that.
Surfer's
Surfer.
Rule.
Yeah, Surfer's Rule.
Big
yeah.
air, long blonde hair.
Yeah, Lanty
80s,
days.
right? That's
Yeah,
the 80s.
Yeah, early 80s. Lanty.
Did you save some of those magazines? You still have any of
Mhm.
those? Yeah.
I had a bunch of those.
Uh huh.
I have most of my covers. I think one year I got seven covers on
Wow.
1 year. That was
Wow.
great. That was my
That's
record.
massive.
Yeah, because all the Japanese magazines, Spain, Brazil, and then I got Surfer and Surfing. It was pretty nuts.
Did it ever go to your head, or did you ever get?
Nah, I didn't care.
You enjoyed it. I know a lot of surfers that become famous, they get weird, or they have head issues, or
They think they're
and
too
you just
cool.
kind of just kept it all, just had fun, and never had any any head trips or anything with it.
No, I just think that's stupid.
Yeah, that's just like you're just a real person. Like you're just simple.
Yeah, I just love to surf, and I mean, just like the next guy in the water, you know.
Yeah.
He loves to surf too, but maybe he's not as good or whatever, but he's still surfing and having fun, you know.
Yeah. That's so good. It's such a good perspective. We got a whole queue of photos here. Let's look at the next one here too.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. This is, I believe, you're getting a new stick here, a new Timmy Patterson, right?
Yay.
Is that your model?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's funny. That's my wife was filming that. She likes to film me.
Is that James Dean on there?
That's Joe Strummer.
Joe Strummer.
Yeah, from the Clash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
And there's the A for the Archie. Tell us,
Yeah.
tell us about your company. Like I know you've had it for a while, and it's super rad stuff. I think we got some stuff over here on
we
this
have a bunch
wall,
of
right?
there,
Come on
there.
down to Bronner Surfboards and get yourself some
Archie's Garage.
Archie's Garage
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I had a shop way back in the way back in the '90s.
Oh, that's right. Was that with Roy Gonzalez?
No, it was with me and Mike Muir and this guy Wolfgang. So we had a shop down there across from Sonny's, and it killed it. It was way ahead of its time. It was kind of like this, and it killed it. And then I moved to Hawaii, and so they're like, "You're not around," so they kind of just stopped it, which
Yeah.
was a bummer. And then we're gonna start it up, but I was looking for a location to start it back up recently, well, last year, but I can't afford to get a retail shop and do all this stuff, so I'm just doing it online.
Oh, perfect. So if they want to go buy something from Archie's Garage, is it just online, Archie's Garage?
Archie's Garage. Just look up
You got
archiesgarage.com.
shirts, sweatshirts, hats.
Yeah, exactly. All T-shirts and the sweatshirts, hats, and I'm gonna do some hot sauce. I'm doing hot sauce.
Oh,
Me and my buddy are
I
doing
saw
some hot
something
sauce.
where you had a big jar of hot sauce
Yeah,
on your Instagram.
yeah. So we're making hot sauce called Shua.
Oh, you're making your own hot sauce.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, wow. How did you come up with the recipe? What's going on there?
Me and my buddy, this guy, my buddy JT, Jonathan Tracy. I'm sure you know.
I know the name.
You know Tube Steak?
Yeah.
All right, that's
Yeah.
one of his sons.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Tube Steak's a Malibu guy.
What? I know.
Yeah, come
I know.
on,
Well, I
yeah.
got out of there. I got out of there in '82. Thank God.
He was there in
Waves
the
are way
50s.
better down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Malibu's nice, but San Clemente's home.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, oh yeah, San Quentin's rad. But JT, yeah, he's the chef. He's the
Wow.
recipe guy, and
Where's he
everything.
making it? Right out of the house or what?
We're doing you rent a kitchen.
Okay.
And then so it's all certified, and so nobody gets sick or anything. But
Yeah.
which I think we could make it in our own.
Archie's
kitchen,
hot sauce.
but it's called the Shua sauce. It's
Oh, okay.
like this old saying we used to do. And it's called Shua. It's like the San Clemente hang loose. Like
Oh,
Roy invented it.
I
So
love
it's
it.
Surfer
Yeah.
game, like a club sign. You know?
Yep, I love that. That'll work.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Speaking of clubs, we had a lot of fun doing the surf club, the board riders.
Board riders, that's sick. I hope it comes back.
It's coming back.
God,
It's coming back.
I mean,
It's pretty fun.
when?
Pretty fun to like watch all the different generations come down
it
there.
is, and it's
so
a good
fun.
vibe too, and it's not like I like how everybody yells at yeah, it's family oriented, and it's like kids are running around, and you get to see your old buddies.
Yeah.
I love it so much because it's not like like we're trying to mad dog someone and psych them out, and
Yeah.
lose your heat. It's like you see some guys are like a little out of shape and something. Used to come.
Oh,
reach
yeah.
up in the
Oh,
front,
yeah.
like, come on, man, you can
Oh.
do it. And it's
And even if you get, like in my case, when I surfed a couple of heats, I think I got a 3, and people were still like cheering me on. I had too much coffee. I was all stressed out. I couldn't,
remember that
couldn't
day.
get away.
Where was that at? Was it?
Well, there was
Seaside?
2. I did one at the pier. Oh, the Seaside, I think, was my best day. But
Yeah, you did good on that one, I think.
it was
Yeah,
tough.
because I was surfing with you guys, the kids on the side beforehand.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
You
super
actually
fun.
did good that.
Oh,
that was
thanks.
good.
I tried. You're
That was
too
really
nice.
good.
We got some more clips here too. Let's see what else we got. You have so many cool things on your Instagram. This one looks like, oh, the car. Did you actually? Is that one of your cars?
Yeah, this is one of my buddies gave me a couple cars, and trying to I was gonna redo them. I'm so busy right now to have a chance to do it, but I needed a new project. And so I
How do you?
towed it out. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna build it.
You can actually take a car like that
Yeah, and build it up.
and build it up.
Yeah.
You got to go find all the parts.
Yeah, that's fun though.
Where do you find the
Swap
parts?
meets.
Okay.
Or now you can just go online and you can find anything.
Yeah.
And if you have a problem doing something, you just look it up online and they'll tell you how to do it.
Wow. And what do you do with the car when it's all fixed up? Do you keep it for yourself or do you sell it?
Usually I keep it.
Uh-huh.
But
So you have a couple of cars then?
yeah, well, right now my running one is a 49 Ford I've had for a long time, but that thing keeps me busy enough right there.
Yeah.
It's just a non-stop project. I got so many projects at my house. That's like, I got enough projects for a couple lifetimes right now. I got to get some finished.
Well, I think it's always good to have projects. We were talking to someone the other day about the meaning of happiness, right? And
Yeah.
and if you can if you have a purpose,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Working on cars, you got your company, you've got your family, right? So there's
Yeah.
your purpose, and then you have your community. So
Yeah.
your communities are your friends and obviously your family. So if you have purpose and you have community,
Yeah.
that's a big part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I mean, and get your priorities straight.
Priorities, right?
I always go, well, my head just thinks, okay, first I surf, check the waves I want to surf. And I was like, it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, that
try
surf
to-
helps though, right? It's
Yeah,
if you get the surf in, then everything else is just
yeah, it relaxes, and you just
right.
you don't have to force anything. It just relaxes you, and that's some kids behind you flipping you off.
Ah, that's right. So for all you kids out there, hopefully you're watching. You know, if you see Matt out there,
Come on, give me a wave.
give him the what is it
the shua.
the shua right there. Come on, have some aloha,
Where's my camera? Right there.
right?
Shua.
And we've got some more. We got a whole stack of stuff here. I was so
Yeah.
excited. Oh, Stray Cats. Okay, these guys were really big back in
Yeah.
the '80s. I liked them.
Yeah.
Now you're a big music fan.
Mhm.
Tell us about your music and
I
what you're
love it,
listening to.
yeah. I love like of course the Stray Cats right there was they just played, I think it was last year. I took my wife to go see them. They haven't played in 20 years over here. So
Oh wow.
so I went and took Audrey there. She loved it. We had such a good time. We were like pretty close. And you could walk. It was so cool. You just walk right up there and say what's up to them. But that was a great show. But I love the Clash, of course. Anywhere from Johnny Cash to the Clash to Elvis,
Yeah.
Eddie Cochran. Like I like the oldies, and then I like punk rock too. Like like Circle Jerks or like
Black
of course,
Flag.
Yeah,
They were
like
good.
Social D, of course. That Mike's a buddy of mine, and I mean my like music thing goes from it's so broad. It's people kind of trip out when they hear my music because they'll go. It's all over the place.
Yeah. Have you gotten into any of the new stuff in the last like 5 to 10 years or some? Pretty
Not
crazy.
really.
No. Yeah.
I got so much to listen
Yeah.
to. The oldies.
Now you have kids, right?
I have 4 kids. Yeah, I got my son Ford, and then there's another boy William, and then I have 2 daughters, Ruby and then Poppy.
And how old are your daughters?
My Poppy's 10 and Ruby's 24, and then the other ones are 29.
Oh,
William and
so you're
Ford.
having fun with your 10-year-old then, huh?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
like such good years,
Yeah,
huh?
she's my
Oh.
daddy's little girl.
Think she'll surf?
Yeah, she already surfs. She just surfs when she wants to, and she has, I say, I don't force her.
Yeah.
Like, if you surf, you want to go surf. She'll go, okay, let's go surf, and then she gets right up and goes. But if she doesn't want to surf, I don't want to force her.
That's smart. And it's Poppy? That's Poppy?
Yeah, it's Poppy, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that's the way it should be, and like you see all these parents pushing their kids.
Oh, my God, I hate that.
It's like
Get
pretty,
out there and video.
Oh.
And, they just want them to be that next, John or something,
yeah, I don't know whether they want it for their child or for them, right?
It might be for themselves.
I don't
Maybe
get
they
it.
couldn't make it. I
No.
don't know, but maybe they just want the best for their kids. They're just taking the hockey approach or something.
Yeah.
Hockey dad and
Yeah.
soccer mom.
So I always like to try and get a little bit deep on these shows too. If you had to look back at like one special highlight of your life, obviously it's your kids.
Yeah,
Right?
Those are always.
But other than that, if you can think of something that really you're super proud of or that you'll always remember or something that you just would want to share that was really a special moment? It could have been a connection with someone in the water or traveling. You know, what's one thing that kind of comes to your mind about something that was happened to you in your life?
Geez, that's a hard one. There's so many. Well, there's a lot of bad things, but I always like to focus on the good things, you know.
100%. Yeah.
And my children, of course, they're always number one in my life. And but I'd say I met my wife Audrey like 21 years ago, and she really changed my life, and that would probably be the life changer for me.
Wow.
She got me on the straight and narrow, even though I don't like to, you know, hear a lot of things she says to me because, you know, she's usually right, you know, but that would be my a life changer for me.
That's pretty. You're very fortunate to be married and with someone who is basically your shining star, someone that's and you've got her and she's got your back, and
yeah, big time.
That's solid.
Yeah.
That's really good. A partner, a life partner.
Yeah, big time. We'll be together.
And then what about, you know, you said not to focus on the negative or the bad, but was there one thing in your life that, you know, my motto is for every obstacle there's an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
It's like anything bad that happens to you usually is an opportunity for you to go this way or go that way.
Yeah.
Can you think of something that happened in your life that at the time seemed terrible, but in the long run kind of, you know, led you to where you are now?
Yeah, well, mine would be when I was kind of messing up. When was I? How old was I? About 20. Just had Ford, and I was about 23 or something, and I was kind of over the whole contest, seeing things were going my way, and the whole thing. I was still young, you know. I bought a house, yada yada, and it was over my situation, so I just started partying really hard, and for like, you know, almost a year straight, I was just running the streets and just getting out of control, and got dropped by my sponsors and stuff, and then I just made the decision of I'm leaving. I'm going. You know, I got in a bunch of trouble. I just took off to Hawaii. So, you know, Timmy made me some boards, and I had like 3 boards and a backpack.
Wow.
And I didn't have any. You know, I didn't have nothing. I didn't have money. Not a dime.
Wow.
And then Town and Country just said, you know, come over and we'll get you a place to stay, and we'll take care of you. And I did. Matt Phillips dropped me off at the airport, and he's still got a photo of me somewhere. And I was like, I just had like 3 boards strapped in a backpack, and that was it. And
wow.
And from there, that's what I moved to Hawaii, and it just changed everything because I got to know Hawaii a lot better than I already did, and it was just like it was on. And from there, my career just kind of just took off, you know, because that's when I really became familiar with Off the Wall and Backdoor and all those spots that I still have today, and I just got to focus on just surfing, and you know, I got some cars out there and just worked on my cars, and then from there, like 3 to 4 months later, my buddy Brian Surratt grabbed Ford for me and brought him over, and so he got to live with me, and
wow.
And so then I got to take him all over and all promo stuff I did in Japan.
And how old was Ford at that time?
He was 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you're pretty amazing how you hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
You know, you partied for that chunk, and then you had the wherewithal to be like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing my boards.
Yeah.
I know Hawaii. I'm going there, and everything changed. You're there with your son.
Yeah.
You're surfing more and better than ever. And then you said your career flourished from there. So once you got there, who were your sponsors, and how did obviously because people just saw you surfing.
Yeah, well, Town and Country was still with me, so they took care of me while I was there, and then MCD once I got there, they said you know, they would, cause Brian Surratt was taking care of me, you know, making sure I was, you know, staying like where I was supposed to be, and so they would give me little, you know, they'd pay my rent, and just, they would give me too much money because they thought it was going overboard.
Sure, yeah.
But which I was like, I don't care, man. As long as I can live.
You just wanted to surf. You're stoked. I'm with my kid.
Timmy's sending me boards.
Yes.
And so, and then I just, you know, they stuck with me, and
MCD.
Yeah, MCD, and
That was the more core division.
yeah.
So was that that's kind of spin out from Gotcha?
From Gotcha, yeah, in one of MT's. God, poor MT, R.I.P. MT.
Yeah. MT,
Bless
Michael
him,
Thompson.
Yeah,
It was
he just passed
sad.
away. Yeah, my that was a shocker.
He was a big influence in your life, right?
Yeah, big time. He kind of made my image to where went from Gotcha to MCD with the more core division, and we have an old photo of all of us together that he created. Like this photo is just called Superior Mothers, and we probably have it somewhere, but
Oh, I feel like I've seen that.
it's like with Sonny and Derek and Jerry Lopez, Michael Ho, Derek Ho, even Mike Stewart's in there,
Wow.
Dino's in
Dino,
there,
yeah.
Potts,
So
Shane Moran,
Oh, so this
Brock
was
Little.
Gotcha or MCD?
It was Gotcha. They were just making the MCD,
Yeah.
so he took a big photo shoot of all. I'm sure I'm leaving a couple of people out, but it was all of us together in
The ultimate team.
One, photo shoot. We were all different. It was so cool. It was
Wow,
rad.
what an incredible group of people, huh? That's
yeah,
just like,
I'm sure we'll find it.
yeah, I
somewhere.
think he's looking for it.
Yeah, he's probably looking for it. But it's
So it's pretty amazing that the surf world is still, well, I don't know about now, I hope it is, but back then it was super tight, and when you were a part of a family and a team, everyone had each other's back pretty solid, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, big time. It's just a bond that you make with
Yeah.
others, and it's super important, I think.
And I'm sure you probably still have a lot of those relationships still.
Yeah.
Is there anyone off the top of your head that you're pretty close with now that you were back then? I know we all kind of drift off, but who would you say you're in contact with now who you kind of...
Geez, I don't know.
Dino the other day.
Dino,
It's
yeah,
good to
Dino.
see him.
We've always been, as in pro surfers, yeah, like Dino would probably be my guy that I can see that it was like we were just hanging out maybe 20 years ago, but it seemed like yesterday,
Yeah.
Those are the kind of friends that you know that they're real true friends because they don't go, where have you been? Like, haven't you called me or anything? It's like, what do you mean? I've been living my life. Yeah.
That's a true friend.
Yeah,
You
they
don't
don't
have
ask questions.
Yeah. What's up? How are you? Good to see you.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
guilt, no trip,
Yeah.
right? We got a couple
Smart.
other in there too.
There it is. There's a picture.
Oh, he found it.
See, there's Dino, there's Potts, Sonny, there's Derek and Mike, then there's Mike Stewart up there, Lopez,
Oh.
Shane Horan, Brock, and then there's me on the far.
Is that you with the top hat?
Yeah.
That is classic.
So I didn't leave anybody out. Yeah, it's
What
a
a
classic. And then there's
crew.
another picture that it's not he wouldn't have it. It's one with MT sitting in the middle of all of us, and he actually sent us each one of us a copy of with MT in there with us.
Superior Mothers.
Yeah, that was a cool.
That is
Yeah,
incredible.
Lopez in there. I mean, come
And
on.
was Lopez still surfing pipe at that point?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's still charging,
He's still
huh?
a surf pipe. Yeah, he'll go forever. Look at him. He's in. That guy's in such good
He
shape.
is a yoga master.
Yeah,
That
man,
guy's
he
a
is.
breathing master.
Yeah, he's gnarly.
Wow.
It's cool. That was, that's pretty.
That's a
Great
great
photo.
photo. That
Yeah.
was a good one to get up, Jason. That
thanks.
was epic. And then we got a couple more there too. I know there was the shot of more boards. Oh, family. Yeah, that's a great shot. Now, are those? Is that your daughter Poppy?
Mhm.
Uh huh.
There's Bobby right there.
And what school does she go to?
She goes Concordia.
Oh, Concordia. Yeah. Did you go to Concordia?
Yeah, I went to Concordia. But my mom used to work there when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't get away with anything.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, now, and your mom, is it your mom that makes jewelry?
No, that's
Your
my,
sister?
No, that's my stepmom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my real mom. She's done everything, but she when I was at Grom, she worked at Concordia. She was the secretary to the principal. So.
Oh.
So if I
Watch
was
out.
Yeah, if I was ever late or ever
no, you were probably
sent
in
to
the
principal's
office a lot too,
I
right?
was.
Oh man,
Like,
same with me.
I had to pass my mom.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah, that was cool though.
So, what are your what would you say your plans are for the future here? Where do you see yourself going in these next 10 years, 5 years?
Gosh, definitely
Staying here?
surfing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll be here. I mean, we always we kind of want to start traveling more. Is what I want to do.
Yeah.
with my family because I got to travel with all my other kids, and Poppy, I want to get her out and kind of get her traveling. Like I'd like to take her to Japan, Australia, and go see some old friends.
Yeah.
And just get her like traveled to where she knows, parts of the world, which I think are so important, just to get out, and you learn so much from traveling.
Oh, so important. And actually, so Ford, Ford was also a professional surfer for a while, and I
He
remember
still is.
he's still doing
Yeah,
it.
he's still
What's
with Ruka.
going on with Ford? I haven't seen him. I don't know what's going on.
He's still with Ruka.
Oh, okay. Is he
he's-
living in Newport?
He's in Costa Mesa.
Okay.
He's in a warehouse. He's
Uh-huh.
and he's painting. Actually, he's into painting right now.
Oh,
So he's gotten into painting, and he said that's all he does. He surfs and he paints.
wow.
But he still does music. With Alex, they do that. Tomorrow's Tulips.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
That's the band?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so he does that, and he paints, and then he has his own company, a shirt company, shirts, and he makes clothing called Spun Spirit.
Just like a chip off the old
Yeah,
block,
so
huh?
he's a
Yeah.
businessman.
That's-
he's so funny. He's so laid back and mellow.
And he's probably, is he what now, 30, 25?
29.
20, yeah.
29.
Yeah.
Man.
Must be pretty amazing to I'm watching Griffin and Crosby, young adults, but to be able to watch your children become adults and working in the world and happy, productive.
Yeah, it's gnarly. It's from when he was just my little buddy that he used to go everywhere with me, and now I talk to him. He's the guy's 6'3", 6'4".
Wow.
He's so tall. I'm
Yeah.
like, geez, where'd that come from? But he's like, he's super smart, and he's I'm stoked for what he's doing. Yeah.
Does he come down and surf with you ever?
Not that much.
Ford,
Yeah, I know.
get in your car, come down, surf with your dad
Yeah.
at least once a month, right?
Yeah, at least.
But I don't see you
He
at
always
Lowers
says
that.
he's going to.
Yeah, I don't see you down at Lowers that much. You're still pretty much hardcore T Street? Or?
Yeah, I'm a T Street
Uh-huh.
guy. T Street or the pier, or a couple other beach rigs a little further north. But I go to Lowers, a few times a year.
Mm-hmm.
Get my load. I'd rather surf uppers.
Yeah.
I like uppers.
Yeah.
In the wintertime.
Right.
More west, but Lowers is so freaking crowded, man.
And it's bad now. It's bad. It's really
Yeah,
bad now.
It's heavy, man.
And with all the dads pushing their kids and things too, it gets pretty crazy.
But T Street's almost as crowded now.
It is. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why I go there. If I'm going to deal with the crowd, I'd
Yeah,
rather go
good.
to Lowers, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to be hopefully traveling soon, and I'm excited to see where everything goes for you.
Yeah, me too.
And
Yeah, I know
you've
what
got
you-
a great attitude. I mean, with that attitude, so there's a lot of guys get grumpy and just quit surfing.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that. Some people, I know a lot of people that quit surfing. I go, how?
Yeah.
How? I
It's
could
like
never.
it'd be like your gills drying up, right?
Yeah, it'd be
Right.
a couple of days for me. If I'm out of the water for 3 days, I'd start freaking out.
Oh. So all of you kids out there, if you see Matt in the water, do not flip him off.
Please.
Give him the shaka.
Yeah, the
Say-
shoo-wah.
The shoo-wah, and a smile, and you know what? Maybe he'll teach you a few things.
Yeah,
He'll
man.
show you how to go high in the air.
Yeah, we have fun. Put a smile on your face and throw some water around.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Matt.
yeah.
It was
Thanks,
a pleasure.
Man. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks so much for coming in.
That was fun.